Huh.
Oh, did you ever get that fixed?
No, but I did end up getting it replaced. More on that later.
I remember having to do that myself. Actually, I had to like send in my Joy-Con. They had to like mail me back another one. But this seemed to be the case with anybody who got a Switch around launch date.
Yeah, it's funny to me too, because yeah, the Switch that I got on launch day, and well, that also came with the old setup of how Joy-Cons were made, and that say if there was like I forget what the whole issue with it was. Basically, if something were to happen, then the left Joy-Con or whatever would start acting funny.
Oh, the music!
Oh yeah, this right here is a remix of the Poison Forest level in 3D World, and I mean, which makes sense considering
Piranha Creeper Creek.
That's it. But yeah, like it makes sense considering the fact that again, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was based on a minigame that originated from Super Mario 3D World. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker!
Yep.
Actually, in this part, we'll actually be finishing off the first book, and we'll definitely be doing it in style, as, actually, it's a funny thing about it now, because we're pretty much going to do in 2 parts what it took me 4 parts of the mini-commentary to finish.
That was back when you were trying to go for everything, right?
No, it wasn't.
Not so much that. It's just the fact that, well, yeah, for the mini commentary, I basically just did like just the first book, and even then, I think the parts there were a lot shorter than the ones here, because for this, you could clearly tell by the timestamp that, well, this is a little longer than what I used to have. Also, if you want to clear the level early, you could climb on this boat whenever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of just there, and use it.
And actually, if I'm not mistaken, I also just remember this was back when we did our oh-so-lovable Common Toady!
Yes, and we're not doing that, because I'm not good at that.
Yeah, the last thing we need is for Logan to kill his throat again.
Yeah, especially since I just started trying...
Or petrify his girlfriend.
This was around the time where I was still trying to do that freaking Wario thing, and that just...
Yeah, the thing we did for Dub Matters, which, again, I'm still shocked we were able to do that in the first place.
It was fun.
Thank you, Nintendo, for having a blank version of that cutscene somewhere.
Someone found it. I think someone made it themselves and just used
and
music.
Hopefully people can upload blank versions of other cutscenes.
Please, we want to have fun with that series. It looks great. Briny Bulls. I would love if someone, in particular, I would love if someone spoilers. If someone got a blank version of the scene when Wario becomes possessed.
Oh yeah, when he becomes Wario Deluxe.
Deluxe.
And he sounds just like this, and it's still Martinet.
And it sounds so fucking creepy.
Coming from Wario.
Exactly.
Oh, nope. Can't swim very well. We can breathe forever.
It's just me, but it sounds very suave for some reason.
So, fortunately, we can breathe forever, because I guess we're a fungus.
Yes, we can. Unlike every other version of Mario, you can literally breathe forever, and there's no time limit to tell you otherwise.
But we cannot ascend.
Nope.
Pipes.
It's still issues of carrying this big frickin' backpack.
What's even in there?
Well, where else are we going to put all of our stars and gems?
Okay.
And other utensils? Like, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can also see a sleeping bag.
I would have also accepted my wallets.
Yeah.
Toadette, tickle him.
But yeah, this is another one of those cases where there's going to be certain times in Captain Toad where you're actually going to need to use the enemy strength to your advantage, because God knows you can't break through those blocks yourself.
Also, sorry, just to finish off that joke one more time with one last thing. Tickles, but it's worth it.
I'm tickling my DNA.
Just whacks everything, and then he removes his mustache. Farewell, fellow do-gooder.
Honestly, it's bad enough seeing Mario without his mustache.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's Baby Toad.
Great, now you just got me. Devil damn it, Logan, now you unleashed a thing.
Hooray!
I'm just imagining, like,
Besides, I have chicks with little poochies on them.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Alright, are we gonna do that thing? Yeah, because we need more lives, apparently. We're so at risk.
I know, right? We just can't live without a couple more lives.
Would you say the game is hard? Like with lives, like in some of the later levels?
Not necessarily. I mean,
let's try
honestly... I mean, I guess if there's something to take into account, I don't think every level actually even has 100 coins to collect to get an extra life, so... Unless it's for the sake of, unless it's for the sake of a challenge, though, those are honestly the few times where I would say having the coins there are completely pointless.
Yeah, really, you're only gonna use... In my experience, you're really only gonna use lives if there's a lot of enemies. Some of these later ones will have some tricky enemies. This one not too bad. This one's not too bad, but the spooky ones can be.
Yeah. Though, that being said, with this level in particular, yeah, there's quite a number of enemies that you no doubt see, but we have the advantage. Well, okay, granted that one was pure luck. Now we're playing with power. Turnip power.
Boom. To get out of the way, the challenge...
The fact that it looked like Toad himself entered the cannon, I kept expecting it to, like, shoot Toad out of the cannon instead of the turnips.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool. Oh, we missed that one. I actually did not know about that block. Oh.
Honestly, it would have made more sense if that was a challenge instead of having to clear the level with only one shot or whatever it is.
Which you need to use to break the block, and that's it. Which, by the way, can I say, I personally did not... Some of the challenges you can do all at once, but I personally don't like the challenges where it is physically impossible to beat it and get all the diamonds in one go.
Yeah,
like this one. It's impossible to get all the diamonds and get the star with only one cannon shot fired.
Yeah, it's... Like I said in a... I forget what commentary I said it in, but it's just... Those kinds of objectives fucking suck.
Because they inherently make it so that you need to replay stages.
I remember which one it was, and I kind of find a funny coincidence considering what we were just talking about earlier. Wario Land Shake It. They do that exact same shit with some of the levels. And I mean, that's kind of the reason why I don't even bother with the challenges, because some of them are just plain out unfair, and then others, well, I just care about the treasures because they're funny.
Yeah.
How about Prairie Town?
Lest we forget the kissing stapler.
Oh god.
Or the Kingdom of Heart.
Kingdom of Heart. Oh boy, I
was also thinking the Ancient Duck Soup Mix, which is made for, by, and with ducks.
Oh
god.
Climb! Oh gosh, that's okay. That's honestly the trickiest part is that you can outrun Shy Guys, but you cannot outclimb them if they're still running at you. Not unless you're really fast.
You're holding up on the button and holding dash.
Oh, you can climb up ladders with. Oh, you can dash up ladders?
Yeah, you can dash up ladders.
Huh. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I was honestly half expecting the fact that, like, the reason they follow you up the ladder, it's like, wait, we don't have fingers.
Wow.
Then how do the Powerpuff Girls pick up the phone? Ah, Kensington, what'd you do? No, I'm stuck in here!
Boom.
Simple, they have adhesive on their hands.
Now you're just reminding me. I think James is mentioning the same thing. I think that's what James is talking about. Now you're making me think of that really horrible image of zooming in on. It was a fan-made image, but it's like zooming in microscopically on the Powerpuff Girls' hands to see thousands of little fingers.
Oh, God.
To thus explain how they can have any sort of tactile grip on anything.
So it's like the hairs on
It
Spider-Man's
seems to be
hands.
canon. It seems to be canon because there was an episode where, they switch in each other's bodies, like Buttercup's the professor, Blossom's Miss Ballum, and Bubbles is the mayor.
Right.
Buttercup tries to pick up the hotline as the professor, and then it's literally the professor's hand just karate chopping the phone, going, "Hello? I can't pick it up. Hello? Hello?"
So they do make a joke of it, and I do like when they're self-aware about it. Like,
Yeah.
I think the entire show was completely like they try to make it out like the Powerpuff Girls. I mean, yeah, you could definitely see all the artwork of them looking cute and all that stuff, but they're supposed to look like. I mean, there's kind of a reason why they look a little fairly different from all the other characters. They're supposed to look like abominations.
A little bit. They were genetic creations.
I mean, it's a good thing that they're cute abominations in terms of the show's art style, but when you think about it logistically, yeah, they're fucking weirdos.
Never forget the fourth sister. Not the one that the show tried to create, but the original fourth sister.
Yeah. Bunny will always beat the living shit out of whoever the other sister was.
There was this other... Yeah, if you're wondering, James, there's this other fourth one which...
Oh,
Go ahead.
What was your name,
I was about
Bliss?
to say, I think I know what you're talking about. That's like the giant one with the purple outfit, right?
That was
Yeah,
Bunny,
that's Bunny.
And I'm thinking of there was that the TV show made, which some people said that. And I mean, honestly, I feel like it's kind of the same. I'm totally one for all inclusion, but I feel like a lot of people felt it kind of was out of place or just felt random, especially since. So just to double check, it wasn't Utonium who made her. It was like someone it was like there was someone else who made the new Powerpuff Girl in the TV show.
I wouldn't know because I never got that far into the series.
I just saw the post on Twitter.
I was pretty sure he did, and apparently she was just abandoned for whatever reason. I forget. Like honestly, that show's full of stupid. I kind of forgot most of it.
Oh, and if you're wondering, the challenge to this one is to get through the level without killing a single Buzzy Beetle.
Yeah, you literally have to do a pacifist run.
Oh jeez.
Aww.
Oh boy.
Not to worry. It's not. We're pretty much at the end anyway.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. What was it? But yeah, it just kind of felt out of place, and I forget what her name was, but yeah, I know it just
Bliss.
kind of Bliss. That was it. Yeah, she just. If the writing was better,
she's
I probably would have.
Mary Sue is what she is.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If the writing was better, I probably would have accepted it more. But it just really, especially in something that they were trying to like, we want to show how much we love the original, the classic. In that, it took him a second to register.
I totally, it totally just felt like they were just like, Bunny never existed because she was disabled. Let's make another Powerpuff Girl who is purple, completely opposite of her. That's just a different race instead of a disability.
Who is perfect in every single way because we don't want to have any problem. Oh,
well, yeah. That's just to be fair though. There's a reason why people like Bunny a lot more than Bliss, but because, Bunny essentially is an abomination who was pretty much a freak accident made by the girls themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to learn responsibility and like care through that, and it was a sad episode because they finally did, and like they realized what they didn't have, and use the light.
Yep.
Lights ahoy! If only it were that effective in 3D World.
And die.
If only it was that effective in frickin' Luigi's Mansion.
Oh God.
I know, right? That would pretty much solve all the tedium that's like the later boos you had to go through.
No. What's this?
Speaking of which, the remake's still not out after this recording, but by the time this is posted, it probably will be, and well, who knows? Maybe I'll give out my opinion on it then and there.
You're gonna try it though, right? You're gonna try it out though, right?
Oh, dude, of course. I love Luigi's Mansion.
So I forget. Did they say they're gonna add? Are they gonna add any features that Dark Moon added to the game?
I don't think they will. No, I think they're pretty much gonna stick to their guns for that one. So maybe change a few controls here and there, considering the fact that the 3DS doesn't quite have the
C-stick.
Well, they do have a C-stick, but not the kind of C-stick we want.
Well, I do remember them. Well, I was about to say, I do remember them actually going a little bit detail on that. First off, they did mention that, like, even though it's supposed to control a lot like the original, the basic feel of Luigi is a little bit more like Dark Moon. And they mentioned that instead of using, C-stick rotation, apparently the rotation for the remake is gyro.
Oh, God.
How do you do rotation with a gyroscope?
I guess tilt.
Especially for a game that already relies heavily on fixed camera.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that'll be interesting if they're gonna try. And
well,
do
I mean
that.
like the gyro, as in like twisting Luigi around, not the camera.
Well, that's the problem though. Moving Luigi around. I mean, maybe I could see that working if you're sucking up a ghost, but not so much like just moving around in general.
I agree.
I'm curious on how they will pull that off. I was gonna say something. Crap. What was I gonna say? Oh, jeez.
Something about the fact.
That's right. Nice.
And don't ask me how I was able to face through that shy guy. Frankly, I think that was just pure dumb luck on my side.
Yeah, I remember now. I was gonna say we were talking about that when we saw the Captain Toad thing, saying, "Here's a helpful tip: you can tap on the pages and quickly turn to them." That's cool. What if we're in TV mode? You're screwed.
I think there's a way to do it in TV mode as well. I just don't remember how.
Oh, and I'll just say it right now because it's a cute little nod. In Hide and Go Seek Toad, Toad's running away from the train at the front.
Yes. Which I'm
Still
convinced
fun
was a
though.
callback to 3D World's little Easter egg,
Luigi,
where
yeah.
Luigi was literally running away from the bullet train.
Yeah, with Luigi.
That was still
Yeah.
a funny image.
Excuse me? I haven't actually been all the way through. Like, haven't gone all the way to Champions Road. Celia, how far have you gone in the 3D World?
I'm on Champions Road, but I couldn't beat Champions Road.
You're welcome, by the way.
I was
Thank
able to
you.
beat it. It's just Mario.
I was able to beat it with everyone, but goddamn was it a pain.
Were you able to now? What's your experience? What is your opinion of crap? What's it called? The Grandstand Galaxy.
The Grandmaster Galaxy.
Grandmaster Galaxy. Thank you.
Ironically, that I didn't. Oh, I beat the regular run, but I didn't beat the Daredevil run.
That's
because
messed
fuck
up.
that.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
How did you do
Going
that
through all
Celia?
that in one hit point. Screw that.
Yeah, what'd you think of that one, Celia? I know you said you have more
Yeah,
experience with
you're right
two.
to have that mindset because it's,
I actually never made it there. I've never gone for 100% on Galaxy 2.
Okay.
You're not missing out on an awful lot aside from Rosalina permanently hitching a ride on the Starship Mario.
Yep. In her ethereal space witch form.
Oh no, she hangs out in a regular form.
it's her actual form.
Oh, okay. Also, if you're wondering where that last gem was, James, up on, I think actually one of the first carts, there's a box right there.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy to miss.
That's the camera, yeah. These Buzzy Beetles are kind of fun. Or what are they called? Mini or something?
Bitty Buds.
Bitty Buds, okay.
Here we go.
They're essentially just laid back Goombas.
Yeah, they actually are. We actually don't get to see a lot of Goombas in this. We only saw a Goomba in like that one spooky stage, I think.
I think we see more of them as we progress, but yeah, they're mostly reserved for Bowser's mooks, and yeah, there's the one I missed.
Ta-da!
There it is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Let's not think about that. And is it possible to pick up a gem and save and quit, or do you need to get the star each time?
I think so.
Wait, what the?
Oh, look at that.
Oh man,
Hey,
are you
Flap.
kidding me?
We picked up the star at the
Wingo.
worst possible time when Wingo's visiting.
I'm gonna take you home.
I'm gonna take you home, I'm gonna pet you and love you, and call you George.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
You are my best friend. We will go for walkies, and we will be
Please
pals.
stop.
You're hurting me.
Yeah, screw that shit. I gotta save my girlfriend slash sister slash female counterpart.
I'm gonna save my girlfriend! No, he's not.
No, he's not.
So, he dropped us, fortunately, so now we're at the base of his main stash.
Yep.
That.
To the Watchtower.
Okay, here's the thing. Toadette is not being bound by anything. Let go!
She's afraid of heights.
Fair enough.
I mean, granted, look how high up in the sky we are.
You do
you
not
really
want
wanna
to let
risk-
go at this point.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Toadette, whatever you do, don't look down!
See, now I think of Shrek. Dad, I'm looking down!
Oh, well, let's have a dance then, shall we?
Careful. Oh, jeez. So, go ahead.
Yeah, basically the whole gimmick with Wingo is that he'll just pop around on all sides of the tower and try to blow you away with his amazing gust powers. But of course, if you have a turnip on standby, you can pretty much
Skip
well,
a direction phase. Like, he won't do damage, but he'll get him to move to the next side.
Yeah, and he does not approve of that at all. But there are going to be times though when you're not going to want to do that because those wind flapping powers don't just affect you, but it also affects parts of the terrain here.
Yep.
Like
There
you go.
that pair of blocks in there, and yeah, that was the worst possible time for me to throw the turnip. So
Now we
got
got
time to play
The waiting game.
Yeah, if I had one major complaint, if I had one major complaint to give this game, because I do enjoy it, if I have one major complaint, it's that, spoilers, this is our Bowser. And this exact same setup is how we will fight this Bowser every time.
Though to his credit, you only fight this fucker twice, and even then, in the last time you fight him, which spoiler warnings, that's the final level in the game. I mean, the level layout is definitely a lot different to the point where it definitely plays around with the gimmick a bit more.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yes, I was incredibly fucking lucky.
You almost had him skip it.
But wait, I still need that other gem. So now I gotta play the winning game again!
Yes. But yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty much Wingo and the dragons that you fight.
And that's pretty much my big problem with the game. They're the only two bosses. Like, would it kill them to, like, maybe add, like, one or two more? I mean, there's only 3 goddamn chapters in this game, for Pete's sake.
I was gonna say, heck, have a couple... Well, 2 variants of the same creature. You don't really... It's the dragon and the Wingo. I would've... Oh, we've made it to his horde.
Whoa, he's loaded! Ow!
I also... I mean, heck, I would have liked if they brought back some of the characters. I mean... Crap, what was the... crap, what was the name of the snake boss from 3D World?
Histocrat.
Histocrat? Yeah, I mean,
Histocrat.
Especially with the fact that... Especially with how his snake things create platforms. Nice. Throw the big ones. Especially with how his snake thingies create platforms. I could have seen a really interesting boss, like, design with having to fight him.
Yeah, frankly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't, like, just bring back a few bosses from the original 3D World to be made as bosses for Captain Toad. And
yay, Toadette.
Yeah, by the third phase, Toadette will start throwing healing mushrooms for you, or in the case you're already fully powered up, she'll give you a 1-up.
A la Super Mario World, I think. Fun little reference.
Yeah. She essentially is the Peach of Super Mario World.
Oh, jeez. Also, don't walk too close to another turnip, otherwise one turnip falling will just break another.
And you kind of debunked that.
And... Oh, crap.
Nuts.
Feed him! Whoa.
Take this,
Gah.
Fatso!
And... Gulp.
Actually, speaking of Fatso...
Oh, jeez.
Can't fight!
This is kind of an oxymoron, don't you think?
No!
Don't worry, Toadette's fine. I say that, except she's about to pull a Scrooge.
Oh, no, wait, there she is.
Ouch. That could kill a man.
Yeah.
Not a mushroom, though. Or a duck, for that matter.
Well, good thing that's a toad.
Oh, that's so cute.
Out!
There
we go. Also, yes, Family Guy made a little reference to that too. It's like, it's a solid. You can't swim through it like a liquid.
Yep. I was just about to bring that up.
Also, notice how some of that gold got scattered and is basically raining down. Just imagine the poor saps that are like not that far from the tower.
Yeah.
Dang. But yay, look, they'll even do a little dance of winning.
And actually, what's funny is that like you say Family. I was about to say, you say Family Guy makes that joke, but what's funny is that, like, DuckTales itself, both the original and the reboot, also poke fun at the fact that Scrooge couldn't logistically be able to do that.
Well, they try to explain it. They do try to explain it in the remaster of, like, it takes hard work.
Building muscles and dexterity.
So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our short little podcast of Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker!
Yeah, we beat the game. No, not really. This game's only a fourth, whatever. This I will admit I don't get. They kind of do the Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes thing of showing you the credits every time, but
it's supposed to fool you pretty much. I mean, at the end of granted they only do this like twice, so that's something I will definitely give over Sonic Adventure, where that game does it like 7 freaking times,
and you can't skip it.
Nope.
Actually, real quick, speaking of credits, I want to ask. I was about to say, speaking of credits, I want to ask, does that scene also get played in this port as well?
Sort of. They changed it up for the Switch version.
You'll see how, but yeah, just a smidgen.
And that is, I mean, yeah, I'll just explain it more once we actually get to that point in the game. But yeah, that's literally the end of the first book of Captain Toad. Technically, yeah, this is the end of the first game in Captain Toad's trilogy.
Yeah, we can say that. Toad got a trilogy. Where's your trilogy, FZ? So it's like...
Aww.
Oh.
And Toad is like...
That's good!
Oh. That point is good.
The end.
Yeah.
What the?
Huh?
Okay, maybe not.
Wait, what the?
Wingo.
Wingo may be down, but he's not out.
God damn it!
Well, crap, would have thunk that a couple push-ups would have been all that needed to be done. Yep.
I'm curious how you do push-up with wings. But
the story is not done.
Yep, we got
Really?
episode 2, and who knows? Maybe by the time we get to it, we may have a special guest. Stay tuned.
This reminds me of Walking Dead.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Walking Toad.